Hello guys, Professor Picklebottom here. I'm doing another video breakdown. This time I wanted to do not ranked because season 11 is almost here. So since the new season I think drops tomorrow, I think so. I wanted to do something where I can actually show a win. So you guys don't know so you guys know that I'm not complete trash at the game. But yeah, I want to get into it because the team I had was like really awesome. I don't know how this happened, but they were a solid team, and they seemed to. We just kind of seemed to be chilling and having a good time. So I might, after this video, see if I can find them and get them, add them, and become friends because it was a really good vibe and it was a lot of fun playing with these people. So I hope you guys enjoy the breakdown. I do have my buddy. I've been trying to get him to play Apex with me, so hopefully he'll kind of jump on that with me. That'd be cool, and I can do like a series where I can take him through because he played Apex like one or two times, and he was like, I don't like it because he didn't play with anyone. So hoping I can talk him into it. But in the background, you'll kind of hear him talking about have to play. Uh, okay, we're gonna keep going, keep going. I might cut this out here. Okay, yeah. Like if you Q, it'll create a gravity lift, and you can like go up and like over things and stuff like that.
Nothing like a little
Her
chaos, eh?
ultimate is like a black hole; it sucks people in. So you can kind of like throw a bunch of grenades on that if you want, and like it's really good for team wiping if you can time it right.
That's cool.
Um, yeah, it's definitely got some MOBA elements to it, and it's actually really fun. It's super frustrating if you like try to solo queue in ranks because people are just ridiculous. Like it's like League of Legends toxic. You know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah,
Well, and like you're showing in this video, there's duos that can play with you, and the duos will just go off by themselves and like, leave you alone. That's what happened with me when I played Apex. I tried solo queuing, and it was constantly like two people. Absolutely nothing. There's really nothing. I
so the reason
thought
I'm trying
about
to
it.
sell my friend on this is
There's just
because
no way.
he really likes to break down his own gameplay, and I do too. So right here we get scanned right off the bat. I know that they have a bloodhound, so that's good. That's good intel. So that grenade pops up, and I just try to swing back close to the stairs because I know that I have a staircase right behind me. Back here, right? Oh man, dude, these are awful. You know, like I said, one day I'll get better at these arrows. Practice it right now. Okay, it is what it is. So I have a staircase, and I can use that to pop a head glitch, um, or as full cover if I need to. And I also have this building, but I'm trying to play, the general rules about 30% cover. So this is all cover here, right? I don't see anyone because as I'm trying to hit this, I'm trying to glance over. So that's why I'm like missing some of my shots, and the Havoc is super hard to hit shots with at that distance. You're just insane. If you can hit that, you're amazing. Like you need to just run the Havoc 24/7. Um, and I don't see anyone over here in this particular region, so I know that we're good. We only have one team that we know of at this moment, so that's good. Keep going. So right there, I'm playing the staircase, like I said, because now um, I have coverage here, so they can't see me, right? Because I can't see them. So as soon as I can see them, like if I was probably maybe on this part of the stairs, they could probably see me, and that would not be good. So I'm trying to really play the stairs, especially as I'm reloading.
Or I didn't take the chances.
Now I hit the Bloodhound for, what was that, 20, 32, right? 18, 14, yeah, 32. Um, so not much, right? But here, as you can see, I'm cracked and I'm almost 50 health. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I gotta reposition because this angle is not gonna work, right? Because if I keep popping up, one, I'm gonna get downed, and two, I'm already cracked and almost 50 health, so they're gonna push this, right? I know they're gonna push this. So I rotate behind the building as far back as possible. One thing I've noticed
This
too,
is that.
a lot of top tier players and streamers, they'll go back as far as they possibly can. Like the further back you go, the better, because it'll buy you enough time to heal, and you can see where they're coming and how are they um, running. Like let's say this was a hill, right? And they were right here, and I pulled back further, right? And they're still here, but one of them pulls off this way, another one kind of is close, right? And then this guy just swings too far. This is the person you need to go after, right? Because once you get that knock, then one of them is going to naturally rotate over to kind of protect him from if that's why you don't want to kill them right away, because if you can poke just a couple shots, that'll put enough pressure on at least one, if not both of them, to be in that area, right? And if I'm playing Horizon, I can ult on them and I can throw a couple grenades, right? And just, anyways, that's a whole cluster of business going on. But anyways, so I'm like, I gotta heal, I gotta heal. Um, Normally I would have popped some sort of med kit, but I got
I
scanned
think
again, so I was
what
like, I
you're
don't have time for this.
I think the two people you're playing with, I would guess that they're on
Yeah,
a team.
so I'm glad I popped that when I did,
Yeah,
because I thought that um, I wasn't gonna have enough time, but luckily
that's kind of what I was saying.
I heard this bloodhound, right? Because I saw where the scan came from. So the bloodhound is here, right? So he's isolated, right? So the other two it's an Octane and someone else. I don't remember the third, but they are somewhere back in uh, that area, right? Like some of these triangles are just like freaking. I feel like I'm not even trying at this point, right? Okay, there. Other two teammates, right? Back there. I got one here. So my goal is to try and either crack him or knock him before these two can push on us, right? And full send us. Because this can get really bad really fast.
Too was like I wasn't sure.
I would just say a team.
So I was aiming way too hard there. And if I had 2 times, that would have been perfect. But I had the 3 times, and that distance was not working for it. So I started hip firing, and luckily I was hitting all my shots, which is great because I cracked him. So now he's got to heal, right? He's down here. He's out of the equation for a minute. Now I hear um, them coming. Well, I know they're coming, and I thought I heard it, like a faint jump pad or something. Like I thought I heard something. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I got to get my shotgun out, and I'm gonna rotate around, right? I'm gonna wrap around because I want to make sure that I can isolate one, because at least one of them will. Oops, sorry. At least one of them I know will drop right around here where I'm at, right? And the other one, hopefully, if I'm lucky, will drop towards the top. That's an isolation, because if I'm right behind this cover, I can probably push this guy here at the bottom, right, from this angle at the bottom. And that means the other guy naturally will wrap around from the top. That gives me time where I can hopefully crack and down this guy. Then it's a 1v1. That was my initial plan going in, right? And having a plan is better than no plan.
I would guess that. Sorry, that angel box or whatever.
But see, I got super lucky. They didn't know that I was down there, and so they full sent it, and all they saw was this guy, our Loba, right here, right? All they saw, they were so tunnel visioned on this Loba and the Caustic down here as well, that they had no idea where I was. They didn't know I was right up here, about to just not make their days a good day. So the Octane, so the Valk is uh, too far down for me, right? So I'm gonna focus on this Octane, because if I can get him cracked, he will more than likely, um, if he gets cracked, right, he's more than likely gonna go this way, down those other set of stairs, right? If we then that will create another 3v2 scenario, because the Valk will be here, and the Bloodhound he's just about to get into this fight again, because he's been healing, I believe. If not, they've already knocked him. Yeah, they just knocked him. So yeah, he's got knocked. So now it's a 3v2. But they were so tunnel visioned that they didn't notice I was here. So
Is maybe not as important.
so then at that point, I said I'm going full hard, right? I wanted to punish these guys because they didn't know where I was, so they deserved to be punished for that, for the fact that they jumped in blindly without even looking to see if I was anywhere in the picture, right? So he's cracked and he's going down. Oh wow, I didn't. Okay, cool, cool. I kind of actually want this one. I think that one looks nice. I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. I'm learning more. Um, but the Valk is still up here, right? And it looks like Valk is focusing on my teammate. I don't know if they're down below. I can't really tell from this resolution. Um, so sorry about that. But we're gonna keep watching.
When the copies,
So yeah, I'm
doing
full on. I'm sorry, the Octane. I'm full on sending the Octane, right? So right as I'm about to go in there and get him, our Loba knocks him for me. So I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, I should finish him. 2 shots, right? Gotta reload, gotta reload. Well done. You've been pickled. There's that. So I had to switch to the flatline because I was like, I can't hit nothing with that. Like I kind of got my groove. So he pinged here, right? So at this point, I'm looking. I'm going, okay, where are we at? We're in ring. Okay, this area is in ring. We can push this. So I said, he wants to go in. We're going in. So I dropped down. I oblige him. I oblige him so.
Stop pinging.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
you got salty.
Oh,
you got
dude,
got
I
salty, dude.
hate
I
that,
can hear
bro.
that.
That is the
I can
most.
hear it.
So it's hard because I'm trying to really concentrate on the game, but I'm also trying to have a conversation with him. It's good times. So my team is just full on, like they are in it, right? I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea where anyone is. So I'm just trying to rotate from a different angle, and I'm gonna. My goal is to get around here and queue up because I'm thinking I have to be up here with them, right? So I want to get closer before I queue, and so I can get information and see what's going on before
Frustrating.
I go in.
You got so salty.
And I'm like, oh, so he's flesh, he dropped. So now I'm like, okay, I gotta full send and punish this guy because my 2 teammates, they're looking pretty good, right? They both have some armor, right? They're still full health. And this person is probably 1 or 2 shots, right? Like at least a couple of bullets, and they're gonna go down, right? Then we can turn this into a 3v2 where I can probably punish another one of their teammates wherever they are, and um, let them heal up, right? Because the Loba can at least pop 1 cell and push with me if I need it, right? So, as I go in here, pushing, 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 I got so lucky here. I have no idea how I got so lucky because I walk in and I go, oh shit, there's 2 people. I was too tunnel visioned and I just immediately thought in my head, I was so tunnel visioned just like the other person. I made a huge grave mistake. Because now this Loba is healing. I can't push this. They're fully healed, 2 of them, right? They have a, lifeline and a rampart. My teammates are healing currently. I'm like, oh, this is not good. So I gotta get out of here. So I cracked 1, luckily. And if they were better players, I would have been down. That would have been it. End of story. That's how much of a mistake that was. So I rotate around to the right side of the building. And I'm thinking, okay, this Loba is going to probably walk around and through the building, and I'm thinking they're going to rotate up. So I'm trying to heal so I can cube up and go over, right? That's my plan of action. The plans change. So I heal. I'm watching them. And they're still healing, but they're doing okay. So I'm like, okay, I gotta heal.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
see him
you got
rotating
answers
around,
over there.
right?
Yeah, I
He's
was just
pushing
like,
it hard.
dude.
So I'm like, okay, I gotta go. Like, he sees what's going on. I don't. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna throw and see if I can get some damage off or something. Maybe separate some teammates, right? But I heard that Rampart. That Rampart got punished. I will definitely say that, right? Which, okay, I've been struggling with being able to rotate properly and kill people when they're in a corner with a shield. So I was like super happy with this because sometimes I'm just like I have to take down their whole freaking shield. I can't rotate it fast enough to where I can trick them into turning one way and I can pop some damage off on them. But I've been working on that and it's paid off, and I'm pretty excited that I'm happy with that for sure. So then I heard, oh, the lifeline's down below. Nope, lifeline's right in my face. This guy's clearly upset and not having a good time. He's like, well, I'm going all in. Well done. You've been pickled. Grab banners and get out instead of trying to make an assessment and, how could they approach it? That's what panic does. Also, keep in mind, during this whole time, I am trying to focus on a conversation with my buddy.
Run it back, which costs you too much time to be able to help the other teammate. Which,
Yeah.
And it's just bad. Luckily, so next fight, right? Next fight. Seer dropped his ult outside. First of all, if you're a Seer, don't do this. Because I'm going to take it down and you're not going to get your info that you want and that you need, right? Because if they had this info, they would have known I was away and solo from my two teammates, and they could have easily punished me, right? But because they didn't have all the information, it can cost your team. And here's how. So I take it down, right? Reload, I rotate in because I know they're inside. I see two enemies, right? This guy is out in the middle, which I think this is... No, because I don't know. No, this is not. This is, I think, Lifeline. I think they have a Lifeline. I know they have a Rampart. And something else. Bangalore, maybe? I don't know. But we have the two. And I definitely want to get the first shots off because if I have to, I can go out that back door, right? Oh, and Seer. Duh. Dummy. I just called the Seer ult. Yeah, so it's Lifeline, Seer, and Rampart. So if this plan doesn't go the way that I want, or this exchange doesn't, I'm going to rotate out the back door, pop my Q, go up and over and through and heal, and then I can drop back down if I need to, down here, come out through here, or I can even wrap around to this side and come back through this other door around this corner behind me. But that's my plan, and I'm going to go with it. Luckily, I get such the drop on this person that they get dropped so fast, right? And I took no damage here. Well, I didn't heal up fully, which I should have. That was a big mistake on my part. But because that little bit can be a huge part if it needs to be. So I knock one, right? One's out. Actually, let's do this. I'm gonna go downed, right? And then killed. Right? So that's downed one, right?
Knocked one. Sorry.
So now I see the Seers just get absolutely punished. And then I see this. The fear beam of death. This is, for those of you that don't know, it is Sheila. Sheila? Shiva? I don't remember. It's her minigun. It is Rampart's minigun. And this thing is terrifying. I'm thinking, okay, well, they're going to try and go for it, but I have my teammate here, right? And I'm on this side. If we do this correctly, we should be able to knock down her before we both get downed, right? As long as we hit our shots, and I've hit my shots, I was pretty confident in the fact that if we went for it, because she's clearly looking for me. She doesn't even know about this guy just yet, or she's unaware, or maybe she's saying I gotta push one of these people. If I was her, I would have focused on the caustic because right now it's technically a 1v1 from this angle, right? That's her isolation is what she has. So she could have done that and then she could have easily turned around and popped me and then now it's a 1v1 for the finish. But anyways, so she pushes on me and I'm like, I'm engaged. I've already lost 50 health, right? 50 shield. And so I do a half slide to kind of get out from under it and be able to pop up and just hit her. Because I got to hit her hard and I got to hit her fast. This is also the sign of sadness and fear at the same time. Because as I'm doing this, I'm seeing this guy go back upstairs. And I'm thinking, oh no, I'm going to go down. And everything that I have am fearing is coming into fruition. I'm gonna go down, they're gonna go, and the Rampart's just gonna wipe us all with her minigun. But that doesn't happen, because I just decimate her, right? At this point. We're, I think, the same. I think she's 10 health left, right? So, with that half slide that I did, that saved me, because as you can see, she had adjusted halfway through for a full slide. If I had full slid, she would have, right here. See? She adjusted for the full slide right here. But because I half slid, it caught her off guard and I was able to crack her and while getting cracked myself. But I said, I gotta push this because otherwise she's gonna. Well done. You've been pickled. Here. I'm like, I'm holding this door because I thought I heard someone outside and I'm glad I did because this guy, surprise, Pathfinder, chilling right here. Right? Just chilling. Doing his thing. And he's got a grenade. I'm like, well, I got 3 seconds and he's got a grenade. Let's see how well this goes. And at this point I'm thinking, okay, well, if he gets it under the door, like if he does the trick where you can throw it under and through the door, I'm going to cancel and I'm going to have to get out immediately because these guys are way better than uh, the last couple of teams I've fought. But if he doesn't and he just holds it against the door and just to grief us, then I'm going to finish this bat. So luckily, he doesn't really know what he's doing, so that's good, right? I'm like, okay, I need to grab a couple grenades. Okay, cool, I found one. So I rotate around because I want an angle. Because all I've seen right now is the Pathfinder, and I think he had another teammate, but I think his other teammate wrapped around the building, right? And is coming around to the back door behind our Loba here, right? And the other third teammate, I don't know where they are. So, but I do know that they are not over here because I did a quick little peek, as you can see. So right here as I'm going through, I'm always looking through these windows if I can and like around this area because vision is a lot in this game. If you can see where people are, that will change up your strategy and how you can apply it to different things. So I do a quick little jump just to see if there anyone up there, anything like that. Like anyone going through? Nope. Okay. So at this point I'm like, okay, well, worst case scenario, this person is the third person is just now wrapping around, but I can at least get some shots off on this guy. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, okay, teammates up there. Okay, okay.
Oh, he's gonna go down.
Okay, so Pathfinder pushes, right? Bad on his part. He's cracked, and I'm like, wait a minute. There's another person on his team who's also cracked behind him, the Octane. I'm like, oh, this is good for us because I still have some shield, right? I have like no health, but I still have some shield. Our Loba is full health, right? Caustic is literally one shot. Poor Caustic. So I'm trying to like get as much damage off as on this guy because I want him to go down to the storm. Best case scenario. Or I mean worst case scenario, right? Like if I get knocked or whatever, I want him to be able to go down to the storm. Right? So they threw a heat shield down. I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, well, I'm gonna use it and I gotta heal because I literally I'm trying to play cover as much as I can, and our Loba I think is trying to bait to help as much as she can because she's good enough to where she can kill this guy, right? But I think she's trying to buy time for me to be able to help her really push it and confirm that we can get this kill together. Because at this point, Caustic hasn't been in this fight like at all, other than the beginning exchange where he literally almost died.
Gotta reload.
You've been pickled. He shot me. Worst comes worse, he would have came down and finished him for us. So that's good. I didn't see that at all. I was just like, what? And then I was like, oh, I see him now.
I'm gonna show you how to have a video on your channel. So oh, we got that match.
I'm like, okay, there's two of you over there? Cool. I don't know what happened there, and I don't know how that grenade didn't explode on me. I don't know if the Loba threw that. So right out here, the Horizon is running away because he had an angle. The Caustic had an angle. Let's go back here just a tiny bit. Yeah, so the Caustic's here, right? And I got two behind this rock over here. That's a awful two. I got two behind this rock here, or behind this tower, right? And there's one somewhere in this vicinity. We don't know where. Or I think the other one is here maybe. Somewhere over here. But either way, me and the Loba are stacked over here. We're doing pretty good, right? We're all vibing as a good team. This guy is doing great because he's getting the flank and the angles, right? It's all about the angles, bro. He's doing great because he's effectively creating that line of sight that we can just hold them down and basically win this fight. So I see the first one is here, right? So I try to get some shots off. I can't shoot that. And I was debating on going behind that. I was like, no, because I don't know how many. I don't know if there's two there or not. You know, at this moment in time, I don't know if there's two, if there's one. If there's one, then me and the Slobo are gonna push this hard. But I saw that there was two, so I said, okay, all the way down. I want a grenade here. I think that was the Loba's grenade. So I see him shooting. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, oh, he's beamed. Okay. Now I know that I have one guy here and one guy around this area. So they have two solid angles on me, and that's not good because I am effectively a sandwich now, and not the good kind of sandwich. I am not delicious meat lover, so I queue up to get out because I was like, I gotta heal and I gotta reposition. So because that's what happens. But so the Lobo goes down. I'm like, okay, it's still 2v2. I'm like, okay, we got one guy right here, right? I still don't know where the second person is. I have no idea where they are. I think this is the Pathfinder, by the way. Yeah. Yes. Okay, Pathfinder. I'm like, oh, Bloodhound's up there too. That's not good. I'm just trying to get some pop shots off, and I'm like, I gotta rotate back, and I gotta. Right. So I'm healing. And I'm healing behind this because if they push through, right? If they were to push through right now, and I had to cancel this, and they push through this door, right? Let's say one of them, and then the other one tries to go on this side. I can probably down this person and push back through, and be on the other side with Caustic and heal. While we heal up, we can go back and push this last guy for the win, right? Either way, this is still looking really good in our favor. Nothing's looking bad or detrimental to us, other than the Lobo going down, but that's not a big deal, because this Lobo was doing a lot for us, more of a support character, if you will. If I see him, I'm like, oh, there's a Bloodhound. I'm like, okay, cool. He has no idea where I am. He's so tunnel visioned, right? This is why it's important to not get tunnel visioned. He's so tunnel visioned on finishing this person. And at this point, I'm thinking in my head, I don't know if they got the horizon up at all or not. I don't know what's going on. They could have gotten that horizon up, and that horizon could be healing right now. So I'm thinking we got to turn this into a for sure 2v2, because if they got that horizon up, I'm gonna have to kill this Bloodhound. But I'm waiting to kind of, I'm playing it by ear, but I'm keeping an account in my head of it's a possible 3, but you know, I'm sorry, it's a possible 2, but I'm keeping the account that play is a 3, right? This guy, he has lack of awareness, or my foot. No, because he should have heard that battery go off, right? So he didn't hear that. So he gets down. I'm like, okay, cool, cool, cool. I'm like, oh, even better. I'm like, it's a 2v1. I'm like, so that means if the horizon's up, then it's a 2v1. We can even possibly recover this. But it ends up being a
Fuck
win.
yeah. I just fucking became the kill leader. What's up?
I was excited. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, okay, this
Fucking
was
won us
like,
the
it was
game.
nice to have some good teams. You know what I mean? It was nice to have some people that wanted to play as a team. It definitely feels even better to get the win. It was a good bait. Yeah.
I carried the team on my back. Woo!
Yeah.
That's fuck.
This Caustic did great. I want to give a huge shout out to these guys. Your boy 9K. Thank you, man. You were the Caustic that I needed in my life. And Cygnus 11, you were the Loba I needed in my life that day, because that was just great teamwork on both of your guys' part. Um, we definitely could not have won if we didn't play like we did. Thank you guys. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. I appreciate all your support. I just appreciate you guys watching it. Tell me what you think I could have done better, too. Leave that down below if you could. That'd be huge, because, like I said, I am trying to get better. But this was a good win, and I think, we need these types of win from these type of people in the community. So keep up the positive energy and the good work, guys. I'll see you in the next one.